guys, it's YB. So my 2-week Korea trip has come to an end. It was so great. As you guys saw in the videos, I got to spend a lot of time with my parents and I just got to see Korea again for the first time in over 10 years. And there's so much footage that I took that I couldn't really put into one video, so I decided to make one final video. I had a great birthday both with my parents and back here at home. Trevor bought me a new camera for my birthday, the Sony ZV-1, and I'm using that right now. So I'm actually testing it out and so far I really like it. It does a really cool thing where I do like, if I show a product, instead of going like this, it just like, look. And if you haven't already watched my 3 other videos I made from Korea, first one was about the travel and the other 2 were just eating different taste tests with my mom. And now this video is about the general trip and the last day. My parents took me to so many restaurants there, but especially all the Korean traditional restaurants. So like the second or third day, I visited my grandparents on my dad's side. I haven't seen them in years, so it was really great. And my grandma cooked me a beautiful meal, and you're seeing that footage right now. It's a lot of just Korean traditional food. Obviously, we all have rice. There's kimchi. We have the barbecue, the meat. And the signature dish here was the japchae. I don't know how to call it. Korean glass noodles. It's made of sweet potato noodles. And miyeokguk, which is the soup. It's a seaweed soup. It is so good. In Korea, we usually eat it during the holidays or on birthdays. And then you guys remember I was really craving soy sauce marinated crab. We got to get that twice. So first time we got it as a big kind of side dish. So it wasn't like the main focus of the food. It was just kind of a big side dish. And there were other foods. Obviously we all got bowls of rice. And at the end, when you're done, you pour some water into the hot rice plate and it becomes nuddongji, which is kind of like rice porridge, but with the sticky rice that's like left in the bowl. Very, very good. And you know, I was craving some unhealthy food as well, some cheap food. So we went to their mart and got this tteokbokki that's pre-made, and we put some ramen in there, some sausages. Oh my god, and this is when I visited my imo 할머니, which is like aunt grandma. Like she's my mom's sister. So my grandma's sister. Aunt sister? How do you call that? Anyway, we went to her house because she lives near my parents and I haven't seen her since I was a child, so it was great to see them again. Oh, you see the tofu right here? She made it herself. I don't know how you make tofu, but I think that's so awesome. We had some pork belly, then we had some egg rolls and some Korean pancakes. They were so good. So good. The egg rolls and Korean pancakes were my favorite. Then I got to try potato pancakes. These are awesome. They're cut out like pizza, so you cut out each piece and you pull it up and it's all steamy and kind of sticky and gooey. Then I was craving some pasta, but not just regular pasta, rosé pasta. I think in Korea, rosé pastas are very popular. I know they have it in America too, but for some reason when I eat it in Korea, it's just so much better. Then we got to have some trout sashimi. Now, this is different from the sashimi we're thinking in America. I don't know how to describe it. If you eat like a salmon sashimi, you know how it's really soft. This trout sashimi, it's very kind of tough and it tastes completely different, but it's really fresh and really good. We call it hue in Korean, so trout hue. Then at the end, it comes with this sizzling soup with trout in it, but this time it's cooked and you have to eat the soup and rice after. After every meal, even if you've ate a whole other meal, you have to eat soup and rice. So that's what we did. Then of course we had to go to Korean barbecue, but not just any Korean barbecue. We went to 흑돼지 Korean barbecue, which is black pork. Something about it is just different than regular pork belly. It's chewier, it has more flavor in my opinion. So how you do it like this is you put a sesame leaf, then you put some pork belly, some kimchi next to it, some scallions, and then you eat it all together and it's just heaven in your mouth. And here is the rice they put in after. They just put 3 bowls of rice, mix it in with everything with some kimchi, with some sesame oil, and you let it cook for a second and it is amazing. Hey guys, so before we continue, let me quickly talk about Skin. So thank you Skin for sponsoring this video. So this one is Skin's Derma Peel, which I've been using for months now. I mean, this is my first bottle and it's almost empty. This is a thermoenzymatic microdermabrasion treatment that you can do at home. You apply a quarter-size amount of Derma Peel to wet skin and gently massage in circular motions for about 1 to 2 minutes, concentrating on lined and hyperpigmented areas. Avoid delicate areas including eyes, lips, and sides of nostrils. Splash off with warm water and use twice a week. This is an aluminum oxide-free, resurfacing and revitalizing treatment. After I use this product, my skin is so soft, like a baby's skin after, and it's glowing. Since you only use it twice per week, it's not invasive at all. I don't have any redness or side effects after. The full-size product is only $35, and it gives the same results as a professional microdermabrasion at a fraction of the cost. Check out Derma Peel by Skin. You can use my code YB30 to get 30% off your first order, and also free shipping on orders over $50 using my link in my description box below. So check out Derma Peel, check out Skin, and now back to the video. Okay, probably one of the coolest things we tried was eel. I've had eel before, but never like this. They had an eel restaurant where they cooked eel like Korean barbecue. So they would bring out the fish like this big, and they would put it on the grill, and they would cut it and cook it for you like Korean barbecue. It almost just tastes like meat. And you eat it similar to Korean barbecue where you put it in a wrap and put kimchi and all the other sauce in it, wrap it together and eat it. Oh yeah. Then we went to soy sauce marinated crab again, but this time the main dish was the crab, so it was really focused. The visual was amazing. And finally, it was the last day. It was time to go home. So my flight was on Sunday, but it wasn't until late at night. So we decided to go to Seoul for the day to see where I grew up. So we were like an hour away from Seoul, so we drove there and saw my grandparents, this time my mom's side grandparents. I also haven't seen them in years. It was great. My grandma, of course, also cooked me a great meal that we ate. And we saw some old pictures of me as a baby and my whole family. We drove around our old apartment where my family used to live, and that was so nostalgic. There was a whole new building, actually, a new mall called the Hyundai Mall. Apparently it's the biggest in Seoul, and I don't know if it's biggest in Korea. It might be. It's a huge mall that's brand new, so we got to see it for a little bit. I mean, there are 6 or 7 big floors, a giant rooftop area where it's just set up beautifully. After that, of course, it started raining, so I couldn't film much. But the highlight of the last day was I got to see my friends. My friends from elementary school that I haven't seen since elementary school or maybe middle school. So I have 2 best friends that I always used to hang out with in elementary school. And one of them reached out to me, saw that I was in Korea, and were like, oh, do you want to see each other? And I was like, oh my god, yes. So I hit up my 3rd friend because 3 of us used to hang out all the time, and they actually came out and met me. My parents were like, we're gonna take a nap in the car, you guys have a good time. So 3 of us sat in the cafe and talked for like 2-3 hours, just talking, just catching up on everything. And who knows when I'm gonna see them again, but hopefully we can keep in contact and hang out together again because that was so nostalgic. And I actually drove by our elementary school, so I took a picture in front of there even though it's raining. Seeing the whole place again, seeing my old neighborhood, my apartment, everywhere I used to walk with my friends and get snacks. It was so nostalgic and weird and heartwarming and bittersweet. I don't know, all these feelings. I was so happy to see everything again, and I hope I can go back again soon to really walk around without the rain and explore all the things I used to do. Then it was time to go to the airport. So we got to the Incheon airport and I had to say bye to my parents. Bye bye. I was so happy to see them, and I was so happy to see them, and I'm so glad I got to see them again after so long. And oh my god, what's going on? And I hope I can see them again soon. I think next year they should be coming to America, so we can all reunite again. So that was nice. Anyways, so I got to enjoy my Korean Air flight again, just like my flight here. The menu this time was actually bigger. They had cookie on the menu, they had pizza on the menu. Ooh, I got steak for dinner, which was like not enough food. I thought it was gonna be more, so that was a little sad. But then for dessert, they gave a cheese plate, then a whole jar of ice cream. So by this time I was actually full, so that's probably why the steak dinner was so small, because they gave me a whole jar of ice cream. Then towards the end of the flight, they offered me some snacks, so I got 2 cookies. And for the final meal, I got bulgogi and rice, and I ordered ramen on the side, just like before. So good. You guys need to try ramen on Korean Air. Something about it. I know it's just probably cup ramen cooked, but it's so good eating it in the plane. So that was fun, and I got back and I got to see my pets again. I got to see Herbert again, so it was nice. Hi, Coco. Where's the tea? Where's Tyrion? Mom's home. Now work again. Well, I'm editing without a recipe right now, so I'm actually really busy. So back to real life. It was really great seeing my parents, both sides of my grandparents, my aunt, uncle, so much family, so much food. It was such a good trip, and I hope I can go back soon, or they come to America and I see them again soon. So thank you guys so much for coming with me on this journey, and I will see you next time on my next video. Bye!